Hey fellow dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here, and in this video we're going to talk about video editing software. So I got a question on a YouTube video. CJ is a buddy of mine. He said, great video, Adam. If you don't already have a step-by-step video on how you create simple thumbnails and how to add the pop-ups with sounds and lower thirds in your YouTube videos, can you please consider creating one? And I like to think I'm a man of the people, so I'm here to deliver exactly what CJ is looking for. However, I'm going to do it in two videos. I'm going to do one video on video editing software, what I use, what I've used in the past, and then the next video will be on thumbnails. I'm going to do that for a couple reasons. One being, if someone's searching for a video editing software and they see kind of a video talking about thumbnails, they're kind of going to be lost, and then vice versa. If they're looking for thumbnails and they see me talking about video editing software, they're going to be kind of lost. So I'm going to create two separate videos. It also obviously helps with the search engines. It gives me two videos instead of one. I try to cover one topic per video, unless I'm doing like a complete tutorial where I'm sharing multiple things, but trying to keep it so that video, the thumbnail video, will be released in the next couple of days. So make sure you hit subscribe down below so you don't miss that, and click that little bell notification. It will alert you when that video is ready. So I am going to, a little backstory. I used to use a software called DaVinci Resolve. It's a very, very popular one. It can do, you could create the next ET with this software. I mean, it is pretty damn slick. There's a lot you can do to it. However, the downside to being able to do a lot with it, there comes a huge learning curve. It is a lot to learn. Also, the capabilities of being able to do a lot, it is very resource intensive, I think is the correct term for it, on the computer. You have to kind of have a sped up computer or a computer made for video editing to get the full capabilities. I created a couple videos with it, but man, did it really, really slow my computer down and just take a ton of time. And my computer is about 4 years old. It just didn't have the power nor the speed or whatever, the RAM, the ROM. I don't know. I don't get the computer lingo, the technical stuff. So I had to find another tool that would work with this computer. So I went searching last summer and came across a company called Vidello. They're a video hosting software, I think, or company. And they have a software called Create. Check it out. There's a link down below, adamdukes.com/Vidello, and you can, it's a one-time investment, which I really like. It's $67, I think. A lot of the video editing software is into the hundreds and or a monthly fee. So $67 one time is great. It does a lot. It's very beginner friendly. It doesn't do as much as DaVinci Resolve. You're not going to create the next ET with it or the next Star Wars. However, for like YouTubers, especially getting started, it's perfect for that. And obviously, since it doesn't do as much, it's not going to slow your computer down, and the learning curve is much, much smaller, which is great. So it's very easy to jump in. But like I said, DaVinci Resolve's great. I got a couple buddies that use it who are YouTubers that absolutely love it. If you got the computer, you got the speed, and you have the time and the patience to learn it, then go with that one. It's free. I think they do have a paid version, but the free version, from what I gathered and understood, is more. It's more than enough for what you need, is at least to get started. So, and with DaVinci Resolve, I probably scratched the surface of like 2%, 1%. You know, there's so much more to learn. That I just didn't get into it. So, but Create by Vidello, I'd say I probably use 60 to 75% of the capabilities. There's some things that I don't use with it, but like I said, it's really, really simple. I like it. I've gotten better with it, just like with anything else. You get better with time and practice. My first videos back in July, I didn't know how to do like adding sound effects and images and things like that, and now I'm getting better at doing that. And CJ pointing it out, like I thought it was common knowledge, like shit, this is easy to do. However, no, it's not common knowledge if you're not familiar with it. So I don't think Steven Spielberg is going to be calling me in the next 6 months about creating ET2. However, 2021, I do expect a phone call, Steven. So let's dive right in. I will switch over my screen to Vidello Create. So here it is in the back end. So I'm going to give a quick kind of overview, and then we'll kind of edit a video like how to do it. So Vidello basically advertises that it's more for like 3 to 5 minute videos, or shorter videos, I guess I should say. However, before I invested in it, I asked them, they're like, yeah, you can create longer ones. It's just going to take longer to export, which with any software, the longer the video, the larger the file, the more the time it's going to take to export. So what I do a lot of times is create the video at night, or edit it at night, I should say, and then I export it while I go to bed. So in the middle of the night, it's exporting, and it's not that long. It's an hour. I've done up to 58 minutes without any issues. My videos are typically in the 10 to 20 minute range. It's probably an hour to export, so you don't have to do it at night or anything, but that's typically what I do. So anyway, so here is kind of the back end. I uploaded a video clip because uploading the video clip takes maybe 30 to 45 seconds, and for example, or for this video's sake, I didn't want it to sit and wait for it. So I'll go kind of a quick overview of these little tabs up here. So this is kind of your section where you can upload sound effects, images, video clips, whatever you want. So let's upload another one. So I have a folder on my desktop with all my thumbnails, because I like to say, check out the video up here, check out the video up here, if it's relevant, obviously. That helps the YouTube, your search engine's ranking by recommending videos because they're staying on your channel. It increases your watch time. Like I said, that increases your search engine ranking. So let's grab one more here. And then it usually takes a couple seconds to kind of load. But basically, you just upload all the files that you want to put on your video in this section. This is very common with just about any software. And then all you do is drag it down here. So you go here to video, to track 1, I'm sorry. So then you do here. So here's the square here, and then you can hit scale to scale it, the left and right, and then top to bottom. And then if you want to make this bigger, you can do it by, I typically do it. You can do it with the wheel on the mouse. So let's say 100%. Whoop, that's a little too close. There we go. So you can do that. You can also kind of adjust the size if you wanted. If you needed more tracks here, which all you do is to add more tracks, you do that. And then if you want to delete a track, if you want to lock a track, you can do that. If you want to, I guess, view it, I don't think I've ever hit the eyeball if you want to delete the tracks. But basically what these tracks are, from what I understand, is they're kind of like layers in Photoshop. I'm not a Photoshop expert either. Actually, I've never even used Photoshop. But they're kind of like layers. So what I would do is take this image. So let's say I wanted to add the image at the 5-second mark. I would just drag this down to track 2. And then I can just change the size of the image like that. Just shrink it up, and then I usually put it up in this upper right-hand corner because I'm always pointing over my left shoulder. To check out the video here. And then I add in a sound bite or a sound audio file, so you can hit plus. Or I have it on my desktop, I should say. I have an iPhone ding sound, and that's just to catch people's attention if they're not paying attention. My charisma is not exuding through the screen that day. I want to get their attention, so I'm going to put in the audio, and then so the audio is going to go bing right as I point up there. And then if I want, so the audio is about, let's say, 5 seconds to a little over 10. So the audio clip is about 5.5 seconds. So I want to match that up with the image. So you can do, so the audio clip is the same length as the image. Also, if you wanted to edit it, you just click on these things, whatever track you're on, and then you can edit all the things over on this side here. If I wanted to, so this image like fade in and out, instead of the image just going like that, I could fade it like 0.5 seconds, fade in, fade out, kind of like that. So that's kind of how that works, the different tracks. Up here, I actually, to be completely honest, I accidentally clicked on this 2 months ago, after 6 months of using the damn software, and it is a killer resource. So you click this cloud, and you can get all this B-roll video footage of just all kinds of really high quality. You could preview it here, like a waterfall, you can do that. And then you just import it here, and then also they have images as well. So just a ton of different images. Some really, really nice looking images. And then here are kind of the categories, I guess you could say: mountains, oceans, stars, people. Let's look at the people they have. So, I mean, just really cool. We'll import that one as well. Abstract, let's look at that to see what we got here. Some pretty cool bright images. Import. So we imported a couple, go back to editor, and then you'll see those pop up there. And again, we can add some tracks. And let's say we wanted to add this one here. Just kind of position it. We'll scale it so that image would show, and then the video wouldn't. And then again, if you want the image to show for 20 seconds, you just drag it. Real simple like that. We would want a waterfall over here. We want to start it at the 25-second mark. Let's drag this over here. We'll scale it. So here would be the waterfall. And then my talking would be in the background. And then you can adjust the audio if there is sound on this. I'm not sure on this one. As I'm recording the video, I can't hear it. But you would click here, and then you can adjust the audio. So let's say you wanted you didn't want the sound and you wanted your voice in the background, you would just go to 0 like that. Or if you wanted, adjusting any type of the audio, would you do that? So that's kind of how you kind of do the tracks in that. So then down here is different options here. So typography, you can add text. And so let's say there's different styles of text here. And then you just click on this little here. So we'll just Adam Dukes was here. And then you can change the color. You can change the font. You can change the size right here. If you want to center it, left to right, you click here. If you want to center it top to bottom, you click here. Left margin, center, right, obviously different color. If you wanted to add a background in, let's do blue. There we go. And then the different spacing here. Let's do it a little bit bigger. And I'm not going to go through all the drop shadow, border, padding, fade. Again, you can fade it in and out if you wanted to do that. So pretty cool with the editing. I don't do a ton of, my text is pretty basic. I put a link to the landing page down at the bottom. That's pretty much it. I don't get too fancy with it. Let's go back over here on this far left side. So presets. I don't do any of these, to be honest. These are more for, kind of the beginning. So let's scroll over here a little bit. I guess not. Yeah, they're kind of the, let's take a look. We'll drag it here. It's like the beginning of your channel. Okay, as you can see, here it is right here. So here is, this image plays, and then this one would come, the tagline, you'd edit it, put it in your website. So let's see what it looks like. We'll hit play. Mine said it wasn't how do I build a funnel, how do I email, a lot of the stuff that I talk about on the YouTubes, it wasn't really much of the how-to logo of the mindset website name. So what we could do is go through here, your tagline, edit, dadpreneurs only. Then we'll edit the website. totaldads.com, and then let's edit the logo. So let me see if I can grab the logo. Like I said, I don't usually do these edits, or these presets I should say. Total Dads logo. A bit too big there. We're going to close, so you can click here when it's highlighted blue. You can hit X, and then that will replace the logo. At least I thought. Nope, I X'd the wrong thing. There's no undo button. That's the one drawback that I found. So we'll do the Total Dads logo. And so here's the Total Dads. We want it to show up. So you can drag it here in that yellow line right there on the left-hand side. It's going to appear when Total Dads and Dadpreneurs only come. So we'll hit play. Overload. Let's check out it was video editing. It wasn't how do I build a funnel, how do I set up an email, a lot of the stuff that I talk about on the YouTubes. It wasn't really much of the how-to. Okay. It was not more too mindset stuff. Not too bad. Like I said, I deleted the wrong thing there. Whoops. And then what I would do is I would drag this down to end with these ones. So how-to, it was more of the mindset stuff, the stuff. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. So that is how you kind of adjust the presets or edit the presets. There's probably 15 or 20 different ones that you can change here. The next one is transition. So I used to do an intro, the content or the training, and then an outro, 3 different videos. I'd do 3 different recordings on with my old camera, but then I got a new camera and it allows me to kind of do one full swoop. So I don't really use the transitions anymore, but what you could do is, so here's the video down in track 1. Let's go away. This is a longer video, about 19 minutes. So what you'd want to do is, let's say we're just, for example purposes, we're just going to use this. We need to, so you can also adjust it here. And there'll be a line that will come out of the left-hand side right there. And let's see, we wanted to add in clip 2, or a second clip. And just like I said, for example purposes, we will use the B-roll here. And then if you wanted to add in a transition, what you could do is, I used to always use this one right here. And then I would drag it to find when the transition. So the transition, as you can see, you'd want to scale it. And then we would just butt this one up with there. So now let's take a look at the preview. Hit play. The video is going to end. We're going to see the transition. And then it's going to go to, oh, we got a little bit of a delay there. Let me scroll down. Okay, it shouldn't be a delay. Click play, transition, and then waterfall. So I think there's a delay, the waterfall starting. So that is how you kind of merge two clips together. Obviously there's, I don't know, probably 12, 15 or so different transitions. Audio, they do have some audio files here. There's not too many audio files. So what I do for my end card, so hey fellow entrepreneurs, Adam, video at the very end, and I will add in my, so the video in YouTube, when I say subscribe to my YouTube channel, there is this end card, this end template. It's the last 20 seconds of a YouTube video. So after my videos are over, what I do is I grab this end card right here. And then I grab an audio clip, which I use this intensive day. It's the very bottom one. And then I click on here, I scale that, and then when I hit play, and then when I upload it to YouTube, I add in the image here, and then I add in the my channel image here to subscribe, and then I add in 2 images here, or 2 videos I should say. The most recent video, and then like the most viewed or something like that. I can't remember what it was, or most appropriate, I think it is. So that is how I kind of end each video. So as you can see, this is a 20-second, this shows for 20 seconds, this image. So what I do is as you can see, the audio is about 1.5 minutes, and I just shrink it down. Like so. And then that's done. So that is my video, 19 minutes and 52 seconds. So here's the, and then the last one is over here, this little square. I select the location, I hit desktop, I call it whatever it is, YouTube demo, and then this is the final version. I would hit save, and then I would hit publish here, and then like I said, I go to bed or take a break or whatever it is. It takes about an hour or so, depending on the length of it, to save or to export to the to my desktop. Another thing is, real quick, project name. I wasn't good at this at the beginning. Pick a project name. Seems so, because sometimes if the thing crashes, the computer crashes, the software crashes. It doesn't happen that often. It's happened a couple times to me though, and you lose out all your editing. So I would do like demo, and then throughout, as I'm editing, just click save, just click save, just click save, just click save, just in case. And then you can record within here. I've never done that before, but you can click record here, and you can do a screen recording, and then it will upload right into here. You can do the webcam if you want to talk, and or if you wanted to just record like a voiceover, some type of an audio, you could do that here. So, but like I said at the beginning, I certainly don't use 100% of the capabilities. There's a lot to it. I didn't want to go through every little thing, but that's pretty much how I edit my videos. I just continue creating those tracks. Try to add in the B-roll. B-roll meaning like video and or images over if you're talking. It just kind of, it helps with engagement, so you're not constantly looking at me all the time. A lot of times I forget. I don't do that, but a lot of my videos I have the training, the lion's share of my videos are training in the middle, and it's really not much of my face, maybe a minute, 2 minutes at the beginning, and then a minute or so at the end. But it's a great platform. I really love it. Like I said, for $67, I have got my money's worth. 10 times over, if not more than that. I've done about 90 videos, I think, since July 1st, and I would say just about every single one since July 1st, I think it was with Vidello. Actually, I think I got it in August, so let's say 75 to 80 videos are all with Vidello, and I haven't found too many issues with it. Like I said, the back undo button, I wish they did have, but other than that, it's a really simple platform to use. Like I said, over time, you get better with it, but mess around with it for about an hour and you're going to get a pretty good grasp of how to create a video and play around with it. And like I said, I'm no pro at it. I'm getting better at it at each video, hopefully getting better at it. But there's a lot of capabilities that like I said, I don't even use. But have at it. Check out the link below. It is an affiliate link. I don't know what the affiliate percentage is, but they pay a little commission. So I ain't going to be retiring on no beach. I'll still be doing these videos for you guys. So if you like this video, make sure you hit subscribe. Click that little bell notification. Speaking of the whole click to subscribe bell notification, that is a file that I upload real quick. I'll go into that. I forgot about that part. That was one part I really did want to show. So that is a file. I click plus here, and it is in my YouTube. And so it is called this right here. And then I try to add that every 5 to 7 minutes throughout the videos. Sometimes I just do it at the beginning and at the very end. And I'm kind of anal. I like to time when I say the word subscribe, the subscribe button comes up. And then when I say click the little bell notification, when I show my fingers, I try to get it, the mouse click in the little audio file, or the little file. I got that created on Fiverr for, I think it was $5, maybe $10, but really helpful. It's customized. They put your face on it. You can put any type of text, and then it kind of has the sound effect, and then you can reuse it over and over and over again. So here is how I would do it. Let's go back a little bit. So here it is here. We'll put it right there. So in this part of the video, I'm doing if you have any comments, but then as you can see here, so drop them down. And then, like I said, I try to time it. So I just kind of scroll it back and forth where I try to time it, where the hand right here, when I say subscribe, the mouse clicks on subscribe. Below, and then the bell is when I say click the bell notification. So it's not perfect. I kind of maybe ain't a little OCD with that, but I try to get it on point where I say subscribe, click the bell notification. But like I said, link down in the description. This video went a little bit longer than I planned, but like I said, there is kind of a lot to it, a lot to the software, a lot of things. As I'm getting into it, doing a tutorial, I realize, okay, this is a little bit more than I thought, but I love it. Give it a try. For $67, you really can't go wrong. It's pretty slick software. Like I said, if you're looking to create ET2 or the next Star Wars, check out the DaVinci Resolve. That'll be better for you. Hey, if you want to check out my Foolproof Profits Affiliate Marketing Complete Business in a Box, check out that link below, totaldads.com/start. It's a complete step-by-step tutorial how to set up your funnel by the time your head hits the pillow tonight, and helping you get leads and sales around the clock 24/7. I had paused this video, and I don't have my phone with me, but realized I generated a couple leads while I was making this video. That's what's so powerful about having an online sales funnel. It can generate leads and sales while you're doing whatever, eating, sleeping, making YouTube videos, taking a walk, whatever it is, it's always working for you. So check it out down below, totaldads.com/start. As always, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, drop them down below. I'll do my absolute best to answer the questions. If I can't answer them, I'll try to find someone who can point you in the right direction, the right resource, get that problem solved. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it.